resting on the gate this time, which isn't the best thing, but we're on another go. We're at the big quarry again after the big fish. Started moving around a bit more now. We're up on the top. 3rd week of April, Easter weekend. We've got a 4-day weekend off work, so we're going to try and hit them, see if we can get a few. Got my car absolutely rammed with gear, doing an overnighter. Let's see how we get on. In the bivvy. Oh, I tell you, it's been raining all day on and off. It's been a bit of a nightmare because the last couple of days, well, the last week or two, have been really nice weather, even though it's been high pressure, which is hard. But now we've got this low pressure, which should improve the fishing. But it's just constant rain and everything's getting wet. I mean, the beauty about having this bivvy is that I'm dry a lot of the time and everything else is dry. I can keep everything in here, tackle, bait, just keep it all dry. But it's relentless today. You're dashing out. Of course, being me, I completely forgot the waterproofs again. I mean, this is the first time I've really got in the bivvy this year. And in fact, I didn't do a lot last year. So we're just kind of getting back to it. But you can see out there, it's just constantly pouring down. And it's just turning into an absolute mud pit in front of me. Bait tubs are getting soaked. The bait boat's getting a wash in between, which is handy. But you can hear it now on the bivvy. It is hammering. Hammering down. It's easing overnight, they reckon. And this wind's easing, but it's really rocking in. See the old sling swaying there. But it's crazy weather at the moment. Of course, you've been at work all week, waiting for the nice weather, and then bang, you get this massive low hit you. Look at it leaning now. Crazy. Tomorrow morning looks better, but I've got to be off here. I've got to do other stuff. So we're going to miss the best of the weather, but Thought get in early after work, smash out a 24-hour. Oh, nice. Just tail thin up.
Beautiful. That is an immaculate looking common.
Old matey next door, he's had a few down in the narrow part. They've obviously been going down into there. But again, really patchy, really on and off. Not all the time. Just getting little moments of them every couple of hours. And then you'll have hours and hours where it's absolutely quiet. I mean, it still is April. But even so, they're up on the top and then they're down straight away on the bottom at night. They're all over the place at the moment. I think they're kind of just following each other around and just getting ready for a bit of spawning. But yeah, it's a strange one. It's a strange April. I've had much better Aprils than this. But we'll see how we go on. I reckon May will be a lot better. But we got a couple of fish anyway between us, so we'll eke a few more out and it'll just rock its socks off when they finish spawning and they're on the munch. And then it'll be happy days. It'll be all over the place. It'll be crazy. Oh, it's nice to get under this, what we call in base camp. I'll show you after, but it's a massive tent. You can close up with the four sides. It's got a massive entrance out here, and we can look out. Strap up the rods. Just keeps you out of that rain, but you can still be in the fresh air and keep an eye on the gear. But it'd be lost without something like this because we've got so much stuff. I mean, old matey boy, he's got loads of little bits. And you can just keep it all dry. It's absolutely essential when you get days like this. It's spring weather. It can be, it's sunny one day and then it's absolutely lashing the next day. It can be really hard to predict. You'll look at the weather, you'll get a settled week, but it won't be a settled week. You'll just get that rain in between. It'll just fly in, usually on a southwesterly. Thank goodness we got rid of those northeasterlies. So we've had those for the best part of a month. So it's warmer, but it's a bit wet at the moment. But we've got improvement on the way. It's an Easter weekend as well, so we've got a 4-day weekend. So boy, am I glad to be off work. But I wasn't expecting all the rain. Matey boy's got his rods out at the moment. He's soon to stick them back in. But yeah, we need a bit of sun. Tomorrow morning I'll be basking. Get some sunrises, hopefully. Right, time to get some tea. Oh, big boys' toys now. This is the latest addition to our collection. Bright yellow thing. You can't miss this at night, I tell you. Old catamaran. Deep hole. Put a load of bait in it. It's got a little trapdoor at the bottom. Fill her up. Put your rig at the back. Send it out across the water to those little hard snags. When you find your spot, you can press the button, drop the doors, and all that bait, and your rig will land right in the spot, right all together in the tiny little area, just where you want it. Because this time of the year, when they're just starting to move around, you want that pocket of powerful smell in a small area. Fish will cruise over and it'll just dib right down and hopefully pick up your bait. You don't want the bait everywhere. You don't want them overworking because they'll pick a few up. They won't be munching everything. They're really small windows feeding time at the moment. and they'll have a munch maybe outside of where your rig is, and they'll clear off, and it could be hours before another one pops by. So you've got to make the most of it. Have that liquid, have that powerful pocket of smell, and draw them in. You've got to maximise every type of chance you've got. So this little chappie can get you really precise, get you under the snags where they want to be. I recommend it to anyone who's having to go for the big carp. Yeah, so I'm in the base camp just across my swim to the left of us, around the corner here. It's got the rods out, and I've got the alarms on. But I can move around because I've got this little handy little device. My little receiver. Got a little light on it, it'll flash. Little alarms, and it'll let me know if I'm getting any runs on those rods. You know, as long as you're not a massive distance away, you'll be all right. It picks it up. I've even had lightning there, and I've had the rods out, and I daren't touch the rods when there's lightning about. And I've hopped in the car with the window slightly down. It's been hanging on the wing mirror. But if I had a run when that was happening, I don't know what I'd do. I'd have to run and get it. You got to look after the fish. But even so, lightning is always a big worry when you're fishing. And you've got these 12-metre carbon rods. The old lightning conductors, they really are. But this little chappie hopefully will flash and beep and let me know when I've got a big fish on the end. This old base camp in the morning. All the dew on it. With a damp, wet one. Just took the rods out. The old little uns needed some attention, so he's had to shoot off, put the rods out. He's coming back soon to clear up. But yeah, bit of a quiet night really. Old Macy boy, he had a decent run just as it was sort of getting close to midnight. Managed to slip the hook on that one, fortunately, but there you go. He's had a good run. Been quiet for me at the top end though, which is surprising for April. But we'll do the old slow pack up. Keep the rods out for as long as possible. Make the most of it, and then I'll maybe do some short sessions. So we're going to try and chuck up a bit of variety on the clips. And then I might do another short session. I might add that to this one. We'll see. And then I'm off away on travels for a bit. So hopefully get some footage of a different style of fishing, some lighter stuff. Even fishing with the family. Will you join me in the morning on a damp? What day is it? Saturday? I don't know. I'm still half asleep. Woke up, thought matey boy was there, but he's had to shoot off. Then I realised his car wasn't there. Another cold morning. You can tell it's still April. And it's been a bit tough. But it's more of a social, this one, really. Just to share the bank with friends. Yeah, so slow pack up now. Get all the gear sorted out. Leave the bivvy to the end. Try and wipe it down. There's a bit of rain left on it. Good job we got that barrow. We can chuck all the gear in. It makes it a lot easier. But there'll still be a few trips. You see I'm a bit half asleep. Apologies. And then sort out. I don't think we'll see any sun today. Could be another cold one. Shame really, because those last 2 weeks we've had been really sunny and warm. But there you go. There's still fish boshing about this morning. But we'll try maybe a couple of short sessions as well. I'll do a couple of shorter videos off the back of that. And then we're going away, so yeah. We'll see how it goes. Right. what I'm going to do before I do my little pack up, tidy, which always seems to take longer than racing down here after work and getting the gear out. Because I like to, if the weather's good, I like to chuck the rods out. And then you've got a little bit of time, you know, you're not in a mad rush to get all the bivvy up and things. But packing down, it's always a slow one, especially if it's been a tough one. But before that, we need a bit of fuel for the body. So let's get our little favourite tracker plate. Do like the old tracker stuff. Oh, nice little pan. Look at that. Opens out. Put the gear inside. Close it up. I mean, you can cook anything with these. This is the smallest one, but you can get massive sizes. But so let's get this over here. Everything's a bit slippery. Right. And then I have a nice little food bag. This bread's already starting to dry up, but we've got to go for the small stuff. It's like the palm of my hand. Tiny. Tiny bit of grated cheese left. Oh, cheese and ham toasty we're doing here, by the way. Cheese. Bit of red. Do like a bit of strong red Leicester. Ooh. 2 slices left. Perfect. Just what we need. All right, cheese is on. Where's our lovely? That packet's gone. Nice bit of fresh ham. Let's be cheeky and go for 2 slices today. Ooh, actually, this is a different size ham. That is overhanging a bit. Oh well. Let's be brave and give it a go. This might be a disaster on camera, but we shall see. We shall see. Sticker on the heat. Now what we'll do here, we'll get it warmed up on either side. We'll flip her. And then keep checking. That piece of ham's actually sticking out the back. I do. The square ham's probably more appropriate. Didn't really think about that. Again, it's like one of those, you've not been in the bivvy for, a good 6-8 months. And you're in problems. Oh, look at that. Look at that. See that? Cormorant. They're an absolute pain, those birds. He's just dived. Might not see him now. He saw me through the bivvy there, and we locked eyes with each other. He knew he'd done wrong. But they can be a bit stubborn. Anyway, back to the cooking. not too bothered now because he can swim around. He's chasing the roach. There's loads of little silver roach in those far reeds. And what those little guys do, they'll you notice them as it's sort of going dark. They'll start creeping out the reeds because they know that those cormorants are obviously sight hunters. It just gets too dark for them, and they'll clear off. And the roach have a bit of safety. They'll come out, feed, and then come daylight, they want to get back in there, back in those reeds, and try and hide away. So they'll be right in the back, right in the thick stuff. But the birds will find it a real problem trying to get through. And they'll be there like all day. You know, the brave ones will be swimming around, but those birds are quite quick. But yeah, it's a shame really because we like with the trout that go in the reservoir and everything else. They just absolutely cane them, and you're just watching them. But there you go, they do get through. They can get a big carp down the neck. 2-3 pounder quite easily. So and if they can't get them down the neck, they'll have a habit of tossing the fish onto the dry bank and then just chewing it, fortunately. And then the herons will get on it. But yeah, right, let's have a look at this. I'm getting distracted here. Can you hear it bubbling away? That ham's brown in a bit of the back. I do like these on the bank, especially this colder months. Nice, really hot cheese and ham toasty with hot coffee. Can't beat it. Right, let's open her up and see what she looks like. She's getting there. She's looking good. Getting all crispy on the sides. Couple more flips, I reckon we're there. Oh, that smell of warm cooking cheese. You can't beat it at 7 o'clock in the morning. The only problem I find that I've got this little table. I could probably do with a slightly bigger one because you see behind the flipper, the pan, I've got the milk and it's the side of it gets really warm with the gas on. I just don't want to put it on its side because it has a habit of leaking, that one. So my milk starts to curdle very quickly. You've got to keep an eye on that. It's funny, you learn all these things as you spend more time on the bank. It's the only way to learn. Change and adapt. She's about there, I reckon. Let's get off the gas. Sounding good. Oh, this is a severe angle. You're looking at the roof. Well, it's took in. Actually, it's still red hot. You might get a burnt knee in a minute. Wow. That honey roast ham is fantastic in this. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Get a bit of fuel for packing. We don't like packing. Right, let's finish this toasty. I'll be pointing out to the rods. Keep an eye on for me. Tell you another issue I had, which I don't think I've had before, with probably the amount of rain we've the last day and a half. This is the bed sheet. I've got oh, there he goes. You see that fly past? Mr. Cormorant leaving. He's obviously struggling to get the roach. Usually, if you stand up on the end of the peg or get the bait boat out, which scare them off the water. You know, not scare them, but they'll just fly off and they'll try. Sometimes they'll try and circle again above the water and land. Not too bothered. But quite often you find if they've had a good fill on some of the quarries. I'm trying to talk while I'm eating. Some of the quarries they'll get that many silvers down them. They're so heavy they can hardly take off. Even in here at the top end, it's quite a wide bowl, but they just can't get the speed up to get off the water because they're so soaked underneath. And some of the little places, they'll be up and down, trying to take off. Yeah, so what was I saying before? Getting distracted by cormorants. I put the bivvy a bit further back than I normally do. There was a couple of guys here when we first got here on the other side, and funny enough, they were doing nights. I thought it'd be quiet, but there you go. So I put the bivvy well back so they could get through with the barrow. You get a separate ground sheet with this one. This is a bit of an old school bivvy. You know, the modern things now they go up like grease lightning. This thing takes a while. Anyway, you've got a thick ground sheet underneath. You don't really need it, but it just keeps you, like today, the grass has got really wet. You don't mud all over it. So I get the ground sheet down, mark the area, and then the bivvy's got a built-in sheet on the bottom, and you can clip it over it. But it must have been at a bit of an angle, and all that rain's obviously got in through the back, slid down under the main lowish ground sheet, and it's sat under the bivvy. So when I'm walking, I've got a bit of a waterbed on the floor. And I'm hoping that I don't get a little tear in this sheet, otherwise I'll be in the swimming pool. There you go. Just always need to remember to have it slightly forward so it's dead flat. Like you say, you learn these things with doing more sessions. So it's one of those. It'll dry off. You've got a couple of days of sun, so leave it outside. Not overnight, but might take off in the wind. Leave it outside and get some sun on it. Dry it off before we pack it away. You never want to stick stuff away damp because you'll just wreck the gear and you'll pay for it later. to add to that, I forgot to do the old forgot to do the outro. So till next one. Oh, definitely need a good shower. See you, lose.